Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands is the latest in a long-running military simulation series that prides itself on translating the relationship between tactical scenario assessment and the precise execution of modern-day military operations. The first military shooter set in a massive and responsive open world, entirely playable in single-player or 4-player co-op and available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC. In Wildlands, the Santa Blanca drug cartel has the citizens of the beautiful tropical nation of Bolivia suffocating under its cocaine-fueled violence and terror. As a member of the Ghosts, the US Elite Special Operations Team, you and your squad will work to free the country from the specter of El Sueno and his exploitative narcotics empire. Here are some of the general tips to help you as you try to establish order in the chaos of Bolivia. Tagging supplies for rebels to acquire is super important for raising your resources and gaining new skills. Research and prepare. Know the region, know the enemy, and equip accordingly. If the region is UNIDAD heavy, bring heavier weapons. If there's lots of narrow, winding roads, choose to fly instead of drive. Interrogate wisely. You cannot interrogate foes in the middle of combat without consequences. When the mission is to secure information from a target, be sure to ask questions later. Talk to civilians. They often point out locations of all manner of collectibles. Rally points open fast travel waypoints that are extremely helpful as you progress through the game. With dozens of options to choose from, the customization suite in Wildlands ensures that you make your operator look super unique. This won't affect your loadout, but style is a must when taking out terror. Separated into 5 different trees, skills cost both experience and sometimes other resources, so it's very important to find 1 or 2 branches of specialization to focus on. A solid skill set to invest in early on is the drone, as it becomes an integral part of intelligence gathering eventually. Your AI team will help you assault compounds and eliminate targets across Bolivia. Sync shot is among the most important ways to incorporate them into your strategy. While either targeting an enemy through your weapon sights or from a drone, you can command your partners to fire on marked foes at your command. It's incredibly easy to get lost on the map with 21 districts and 11 ecosystems spanning miles of verdant greenery and muddy shanties. Besides the narco-terrorists themselves, the environment is the biggest threat. There are tropical jungles like Espiritu, Santo, the dry salt flats of Inca, Camina, and rough mountains in San Mateo. Your TACMAP shows you important points of interest like mission and intel locations, as well as the difficulty of regions. Your mission is to free Bolivia from the iron grip of drug-related terror. To do this, your team must find and take down the Cartel Kingpins, but it won't be easy. You must first learn about them and how their operations work to identify and exploit their weaknesses. Force each district's drug lord out into the open by collecting intelligence and causing trouble. As you collect more intel, the cartel organization becomes clearer and taking out the Kingpins that much easier. Side missions types include find an informant, rescue a hostage, and assault this convoy. The convoy missions are particularly challenging, especially early on. The weapons range from submachine gun, sniper rifle, pistols, and shotgun, but general consensus says assault rifles should be your main weapon, for it's a mix of power, range, and customization. Use a silencer when you can. Although you'll do less damage, it shouldn't matter unless your target is heavily armored. Outside of guns, the drone is the best equipment to spend resources on. Starting as a short-range, low-altitude scout, it flies over areas marking enemies, resources, and intel. Upgrades increase the range and battery, and eventually it can be used to attach C4 explosives or drop bombs on remote targets. There are 2 enemy factions, the cartels, which are highlighted in orange on the minimap. These are your average gangsters, which are aggressive, reckless, and often haphazardly equipped. UNIDAD forces, highlighted in purple, are high-powered mercenaries, who are always well-armed and kill with extreme prejudice. Although a more dangerous foe, killing UNIDAD forces gives you access to higher-end vehicles and weapons. The most basic and effective tactic is stealth. Give the enemy less opportunities to take shots at you, whilst picking them off one by one is a solid plan. With the open world nature of Wildlands, it can sometimes be difficult to stay completely stealthy. Being seen is just a matter of time. So remember, the longer it takes you to kill alerted enemies, the more time they have to call reinforcements.
He's history.
However, you decided to attack. It's up to the Ghosts, an elite US Special Forces team, to save the country from complete chaos. They'll have to annihilate the alliance between the corrupted government and the Cartel before the evil rises above Bolivia to become a major threat across the globe. For additional information, join the community at ghostreconwildlands.gamepedia.com. As always, this is Dash for Chaos saying thanks for watching and enjoy the game.